Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to Cooking with Sherry. And I don't mean with Sherry the wine, I mean with Sherry Lucille, the author of this fantabulous novel, Love Changes. Now today I am going to make with you linguine and lemon cream sauce. I am not an expert chef by no means, but I'm a person who loves to eat and loves to have really nice and elegant kind of foods to eat. So I picked out a recipe right out of the Vegetarian Times, and it includes these very simple ingredients: some linguine, some light cream cheese. I didn't have parsley, so I used basil. I am very liberal with my interpretation of recipes. I don't feel that I have to do it exactly the way it says. And the zest and lemon juice of a lemon. So follow me over here. I already made the pasta because you don't have time and I don't have time for you to watch me do the whole thing. So I hope you know that when you make pasta, all you do is put water in the pan, let it boil, and then I learned from the Barefoot Contessa on the Food Network that you put a little oil and salt in the water once it starts to boil, and then your pasta's done. And that keeps your pasta from sticking. And as you can see, my pasta didn't stick, even though I've already drained it. So let me tell you a little bit about Love Changes while I go through this. Okay, I got my pasta already, and in this pan I need to heat up a half a container of cream cheese. I already read the menu. Yeah, so I got a half a container of cream cheese over here, and I'm going to get that started heating. In Love Changes, there's two characters, Mama Rose and Irene, who can cook their behinds off. Mama Rose is a Southern woman from, you know, the Louisiana area where they have bayous and all kinds of mysterious, luxurious kinds of things. And she came up to Chicago as a black woman, and she's integrating an all-white neighborhood. And so her neighbor, Jake Schultz, has an estranged wife, Irene Schultz. And Irene is also a very good cook, although Irene doesn't know her background. She's a white woman who lived with her mom until she was about 6 or 7 years old, and mom just dropped her off. And she's kind of been in foster homes on and off and raised herself. Anyway, so both of these women are expert cooks. And I have never cooked on camera before. I cook for my family. They love my concoctions. They love my recipes and, you know, things like that. So I have no idea how long it's going to take. I watch the Food Network. Top Chef on Bravo is my absolute favorite channel and thing to watch and cook from. So we're just going to do our best and see how it works on the camera. So I have this cream cheese in here, and as you can see, it's starting to heat up and melt. I have it on kind of medium heat. As I said, I read the recipe in advance of getting on this camera, but I got to get back to it and see what it says so I know how to work it for you guys. So it says heat the cream cheese. This is supposed to be 1/2 cup of light cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to put the olive oil in just a minute over low heat and let that heat up for you. I'm off camera, I think, for a minute there, but I'm looking for my tablespoon measure. I just found it. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in here with the cream cheese. There's 1 and 2. Now Shelly is Mama Rose's granddaughter. I don't think Shelly knows how to cook too well. And I don't think her love interest, Mark, knows how to cook too well either. But we meet both of these characters when they're just children. And my book is kind of epic. It follows them throughout their whole life together, starting as children into their late 20s. And because this novel is set mostly in the 50s and 60s, not a lot of interracial dating going on at that time. It's not a very popular notion. But Mark, as soon as Shelly moves in, Mark is about 3 years old, Shelly's 1, he sees her, he looks out the window and he just falls in love with her. They become fast friends. Well, his father is an avowed racist and, you know, has no plans for this to happen. Okay, my cream cheese is melting nicely. I got the olive oil in there. Got to go back to the recipe. Good thing it's a simple one. Drain pasta, reserving 1/2 cup of cooking water. I already did that. Stir the reserved cooking water into the cream cheese mixture. Already done. Gonna do that as fast as you can see. Whip, whip. Put this into my cream cheese mixture. Stir it up, looks kind of weird, kind of gloppy and not like what you'd expect from a Top Chef recipe. Well, actually it's not a Top Chef recipe, it came out of my vegetarian times as I told you earlier. But it's starting to melt down and meld nicely. Starting to get a nice smooth consistency. I can't let you see it too well or it'll fall out and then our show will be done. Okay. But when that gets all smooth and melded together, and I have not made this before, so we might as well call this show Let's Try It, because you're trying it with me. Most of my concoctions turn out fairly well, though, I will tell you. Reserve cooking water into the cream cheese mixture. Add pasta and lemon zest and parsley. Okay, now I told you earlier my pasta's already cooked and drained. It's sticking to the bottom just a little bit. But thanks to the olive oil, we're spared. So I'm going to pour that in, not too carefully, because you know if this pops me, it's just a little bit of cream cheese. I'm not too afraid of getting scalded or anything. Stir that up. And then I told you earlier that I had some lemon juice that I had gotten from my lemon. I had a juicer up here not too long ago, but my daughter, who's getting to be more and more like her father as she gets older, decided that I didn't need a juicer up here to juice lemons because I never use it, she said. So she hid it on me when she was here home from college cleaning. So I'm going to put my little bit of lemon juice. I got these little cute containers here when I got married over 20 some years ago. But anyway, I got my lemon juice in here, the juice of one whole lemon. I'm going to pour that in and stir that a bit. Looks pretty good. And then they want parsley. I don't know how much. As I said, I'm pretty liberal with my interpretation of recipes. I prefer basil to parsley, so I'm gonna just snap off some basil in here. Smells so good. Oh, it's got a kind of sweet, tangy smell. It kind of makes your nose go like, you know, Bewitched used to twinkle on. Kind of does that when you do the basil. You know, it's got that kind of cilantro thing going on that your nose twinkles when you smell it. That's how basil is. And basil has a kind of a sweet taste. It's wonderful. I love it in almost everything Italian. And this, if it is not Italian, with the linguine and the cream sauce, it should be. So, this recipe is done. It's got linguine. They wanted 8 ounces, so I used half of this 1 pound package. It has cream cheese. They wanted half, so about that, so I have that in there. Just enough basil as I like it. 1 whole lemon. I used the lemon juice. Oh, and the zest. They want the lemon zest too. Now, with the zest, all I did was take my cheese grater, because I don't have all these fancy things that they use all over. So I took my cheese grater and scrubbed the lemon and got this little zesty stuff. Don't go too deep. You don't want the white. The white will make your recipe bitter. This that I use for my pasta to get it out of here. Lemon zest and orange zest will add a really light zip pop to anything you're making. Well, that's about it. I am going to taste my wonderful recipe. I hope you will try it at home. I got it out of Vegetarian Times if you need the details. But here are the ingredients. 8 ounces of dry linguine, 1/2 a cup of light cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 lemon juiced, 1 tablespoon of zest, and 1/2 a cup of chopped parsley, which you just saw me tear a little bit of basil. Love Changes is the name of my novel. www.sherrylucille.com is where you can purchase it.